going on there, guys? We back with another one. Today we got to talk about what Scottie Pippen said about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Scottie Pippen was on Stacey King's podcast, and what makes this special is Stacey King was a part of some of those Bulls teams, that won the championship. And one thing that came up was LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Now, we all know Scottie and Michael aren't the best of friends. They were able to achieve amazing success on the court together, but their relationship after the fact, with social media and everything being so prevalent now, it shows a darker side to something that should be, they should be able to celebrate and look back on this. So everything ain't what it always seemed. They had such great chemistry on the court, but off of it, they ain't like that. And that's cool, but this is definitely going to go viral, Scottie's take. And I'm going to come back with my commentary, but I'm going to let you hear what he said about that and also why the Bulls dynasty broke up in regards to Phil Jackson and others. Check it out.
LeBron will be the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game of basketball. And there's no comparison to him. None. So, does that make him the greatest player to ever play the game? I'll leave that out for debating because I don't believe that there's a great player because our game is a team game and one player can't do it. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He's a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. He was all one-on-one. He's shooting bad shots. And all of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was. He just really turned sour to me his last couple of years of coaching. Not that that took anything away from me as a player or how I played the game or anything, but it was more, he became selfish. And when you're around selfish people, then things just, it really was the breakup of our team, to be honest. One selfish guy on the team, another selfish guy coaching the team. It was time for a divorce.
Wow, man. So you heard it straight from Scottie Pippen's mouth. First, let's touch on what he said about LeBron. Greatest statistical player of all time. Is he the GOAT? He'll leave that up for others to debate. But he basically said he feels like he's the GOAT if there's no comparison to LeBron as an individual player. But he did say it was a team game. And looking at Scottie Pippen, he's looking at the point forward aspect of the game that he helped popularize, and LeBron has always played that position. And you can't help but think there's some personal feelings towards MJ, which, I ain't knocking one way or the other. I ain't saying nothing about it because he had to be in practice with him. He know him way better than I ever will. So I can't jump out the window and say, is he justified in what he's saying or what type of motives he has behind it? Me personally, I think Jordan is the best player I've ever seen. But a horrible player before you got there, Scottie, really? I don't know if we could ever say Michael Jordan was a horrible basketball player. Being objective, now that is where it sounds like hated. Maybe they weren't winning at the clip that they won when you grew and you matured and they brought in other pieces. Horace Grant, all these guys came to the team and y'all started to mature and reach the level as, the Lakers aged out and Isaiah Thomas and those guys aged out a little bit. Y'all started winning. But, and let's not forget, they definitely implemented the triangle. Don't let me leave that out. Tex winners came in, the rest is history. But to say Michael Jordan was a horrible basketball player, man, I just, I know they'll never repair that relationship at this point. To say Phil was selfish and Michael was selfish, and that's why it was time for the dynasty to end. Wow, I'm pretty sure they have their version of you being selfish too, Scottie, and it's not to take away from you, but there's two sides to every story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle a lot of the time. Sometimes one person's truth is mostly the truth. But, Phil has said great things about Scottie. We have to show that clip too. Check this out.
Been here for the last 2 years. Michael hasn't been.
But Jordan is Jordan. He's bigger than.
Yeah, but see, Scottie is such an unselfish player. He's the greatest all-around player in the NBA right now. And
really?
Oh, he's absolutely terrific. People get a chance to watch him every night.
But I mean, compared to Jordan,
Michael's a terrific player. I'm not taking anything away from Michael, but Scottie's a rebounder, as a passer, as a defender, and as the whole complete package. And the great energy that he can have on the court does a lot of things out there in the basketball court that is terrific. And he can lead a team very well. And he can get 10, 12 points and 10 assists and 10 rebounds and really be the determining factor. Now, Michael, no one can score like Michael.
Right.
And scoring is a wonderful thing to do. But it's not the end-all, end-all. It takes a lot of guys in that combination.
So as you can see, man, Phil Jackson had nothing but great things to say about Scottie to the public. No telling what happened behind closed doors, but that was his sentiments in regards to Scottie game. He looked at him as the best player. And if you look at what they were able to do when Michael Jordan was out, it was one call away from getting past the Knicks, getting back to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So Scottie, once they built that team and they built that winning culture, keeping him and what he did as far as the point forward, what he orchestrated for the team, and where he was as an offensive player by the time Mike retired, it's arguable which piece was most important for long-term success. Scottie having those long arms, defending everybody, athletic. Tony Kukoc comes in too. Let's not forget that. They started getting some better players. They were calling Kukoc the Croatian Jordan and all that stuff before he came in. He was an excellent player. And so when they started building that team, Horace Grant was still there, I think, for 1 year, wasn't he? And so the team, the DNA had already been built for the team. Now, I'm not saying that Scottie didn't go out there and do the work. He absolutely did. Played nearly to MVP level. You know what I'm saying? But Michael Jordan is that one that's going to get you over the hump. That's why it's a basketball team, because you can't find another Michael Jordan anywhere else. You probably would find someone that would fill Scottie Pippen's role a little bit better than you would be able to find another Jordan. Pippen would have had to play with a prime Kobe Bryant to even come close to having something like that. But I want to know where y'all think this come from. Do you really feel like this is Scottie's true feelings, or you feel like he hating, man? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.